Hey guys, it's Emily. I want to talk to you today about a disturbing trend that I've noticed in the blogosphere lately. Now, I keep seeing these awesome multipotentialites who have built really creative, innovative businesses by bringing together different interests. So they've actually done what I talk about, which is find an overarching theme and fuse together all kinds of weird interests to create something that's really unique. And it's super awesome. But the pattern that I've noticed is that they tend to get big, they get successful, and then they start counseling other people to pick one thing when it comes to deciding on what to do with their life, where to put their focus, what kind of business to build. And this sort of really bothers me because I look at them and I think, what are you talking about? That's not what you've done. You used your multipotentiality. You brought your different interests together to create a really creative business. So why are you encouraging other people to choose one thing? Shouldn't you be encouraging them to find ways of bringing their interests together? And the other reason that it really bothers me is that these people are people that I look up to. They're people I consider to be mentors, and that's why it's kind of really disturbing. So I'm not going to name any names, and I don't mean any disrespect, but I think what it might be is a lack of awareness. Perhaps it's not that like we don't know so much in society yet what multipotentialites are and the fact that they exist, the fact that we're not all specialists, we're not all one type of person, and that sometimes advice like choose one thing can be really disempowering, especially to someone who doesn't know they're a multipotentialite. And I think I would just like to remind people to be conscientious of the fact that there are different groups within your audience, especially if you run a multipotentialite blog, a renaissance business that focuses on many topics. You're going to have people from all different walks of life. So you're going to have specialists, you're going to have multipotentialites, you're going to have different types of multipotentialites. And it's easy to accidentally disempower people and not share information that will help everyone necessarily. So I would just hope that people would be a little bit more aware of who's reading their material, and especially when you get big and you've got a lot of sway and there's a lot of people paying attention, people take your opinion really seriously, and it would just pain me to see a little multipotentialite get discouraged and feel, oh, I've got to choose one thing, otherwise I'm letting my fear dictate my decisions. I'm not going to be good at anything if I follow all my different interests. These are myths that have been propagated throughout society, and we hear them all the time, and they're not true. There's too much evidence to the contrary. There are too many people who are doing multiple things, are good at multiple things, and have made it work for them. And the idea that if you can't settle on one thing, it's because you're afraid, or that if you do many things, you're going to be bad at all of them, it's not true. It's true for some people, but not for all of us. And it's unfair to lump everyone into that category and to propagate those myths. Because that's the problem that we've all faced. That's what we're fighting against all the time. And it's just not true. So, you guys are better than this. You don't need to repeat these myths that society has told us throughout our whole lives. Because you're multipotentialites too. You used your interests, your many interests, to get you where you are. And please don't forget that. And my other message is for maybe the baby bloggers out there, those of you who are just starting businesses. I would like you to please remember this, and when you become successful, don't start encouraging other people to choose one thing. Remember that you used your many interests, and they made your business special. They made it so that other people can't compete with you, because once you're doing hip-hop videos about business, it's kind of hard to compete with. So just keep this in mind for when you get bigger. And try and remember that there are many different kinds of people in your audience, and try not to disempower people or to propagate myths that may not be true. I know you're not doing it to be cruel or malicious. I think it's just a lack of awareness thing. And, you know, multipotentiality is my thing. I spend a lot of time thinking about it, so obviously it's like a sensitive topic, and I know that you guys, a lot of you haven't put in the same amount of thought into this particular topic. It's not your area of specialty, and that's cool. Just please be aware that there are multipotentialites out there who are listening to your message, and let's try not to disempower anyone. Okay, thanks.